All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of All Elite with Keeks. Giving everybody time to get in the chat before we get started. Of course, before we get started with the show, I do my little pop culture, um, you know, making people aware of what's going on in the world and things that's happened this past weekend. I hope everybody had a great weekend, a good relaxing weekend. School is almost in session. School is about to start soon, and I hope y'all got that together. Get the kids together. A lot of things happen. A lot of things happen over the weekend. Um, First off, the WNBA All Star was this weekend. It happened past Saturday. Honestly, I feel like it was definitely better than the men's NBA All Star. The men's was acting too cool to play, and the women showed out and they had a lot of fun. Team WNBA won against Women's USA team. A lot of things. The dynamic with the USA women's basketball team was not there at all. Like their chemistry is not there, but I know it has a lot to do with the coach. She is known to be a bitch. Okay, so she's not really likable. She's a very stern lady. She was not smiling at all. It's an all-star game, lighten up. I don't know. But Enrique was showing out after the second half. She did a wonderful job. Like she put up it's right there, 26 points. She was the MVP of the WNBA All-Star. Two rookies, our rookies, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. It was very popular and viral that, she did the Steph Curry type assist to Angel Reese to make the shot, and they, high-fived each other, and it brought people kind of some peace for a split second. We had a little bit of peace for a split second. So that was really cute. I can't wait to see them of course, we know they'll be an Olympic team in 2028. Their chemistry as a team, like if you looked at it, like all the veterans, you could tell that they kind of want a point guard like Caitlin Clark, because she is really good at the assist. That they like that, and they did the questionnaire during the whole weekend. Which rookie did you want to play with? Of course, people were saying Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Cameron, also the rookie that plays for Washington. Those was the main four that people were saying. And then, of course, the Aces were saying Kate because, that's their teammate. But overall, those were the main four. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark did her history with the assist for the All-Star game. Angel Reese did the double-double record for the All-Star game as a rookie. So their future is destined, is stamped. They're here to stay. And it was a great game. It was different because you saw men. I saw it on TikTok. It was men having like men's night watching the WNBA All-Star game. Like it was different dudes just having, in their man caves watching the WNBA All-Star game. Like I said, it was much better than the men's. The men All-Star game, first of all, they was in Indiana. They need to stop going to these towns where is no holes. Like they go into these towns that nobody, like if you don't hear people saying, I'm gonna go and visit this place on a vacation, don't go there. Like keep it in the sexy cities. You gotta keep it in the sexy cities. Like you got it in Miami, Las Vegas, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep it like no Indiana. So I'm glad that Adam Silver stepped up and said, if it's not a capacity of this, then they're not going there. Thank you. Because just because the team's there don't mean that you have to be there, because All-Star Indiana don't even sound appealing. So that's just my 2 cents. And then also this weekend, the USA men's basketball, they had to face South Sudan. Now that was a great game. It was a close game. We almost lost that game. It was crazy. But King James did what King James had to do. That's my goal. And he did it again today against them Germans. King James. And he's holding the flag today. Well, not today, I'm sorry. He is the first NBA player to hold the flag for the ceremony, the opening ceremony for the Olympics, which is Friday. So yeah, my goal. Put some respect on King James. Anthony Edwards also showed out too today against the Germans. So South Sudan was really good for them to be an independent country now. I saw on the press conference that they don't even practice at a gym. They have to practice like outside or something like that. They did really good. I could see some of them being future NBA stars, like they coming over to the NBA. But it was a really close game. They kept them on their toes. They need something like that because everybody else is just a show out seasons for the fans. But South Sudan really brought the heat. So I'm eager to see some of them players. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them players end up being drafted to play for the NBA. So that's that. Another thing that happened this weekend, of course, yesterday we heard the breaking news that Joe Biden has decided to step down. He will not move forward in the race. He's dropping out of the 2024 race for the Democratic Party due to his age, and also he's 80. Okay, this needed to happen. It should have happened sooner, but it's happening now. And of course, he's endorsing Kamala, the vice president, Ms. Harris. It's announced today she has already raised almost $81 million in over 24 hours on the endorsements. And she made a history off of endorsement, $81 million. That's some people's NBA and NFL contracts. She made that in a day. That's crazy. So I'm not one of those we can disagree on political. No, at this moment, no. It's none of that at this point, especially if you're a minority. Minorities, this is it's bigger than just, yes, we know it's a lesser two evil situation, whatever. But you have to think of your children. You have to think of your grandchildren. You have to think of the future. And it's important to vote this year because you have to think of the Supreme Court too and the people that's in place to get things approved, and also that is keeping things come on, let's limit business. Yes, but to keep things in place. So if you don't vote, you're basically just putting your children's future in jeopardy, your grandchildren's in jeopardy, your parents. Your parents can't retire like they should. Your parents going to end up having to work the rest of their lives. We're going to have to work for the rest of our lives. Like, you have to think about the bigger picture. And also, I understand the whole, she supported Israel and things like that. And she also backtracked and also asked for ceasefire due to the genocide that's happening in Palestine. And I understand that because I'm also for ceasefire for Palestine. I don't like the genocide that's happening over there. And I also don't like the genocide that's happening to minorities as far as the police brutality that is happening with us, brown and black community, because it is happening to us too. So it's important for all of us to do what we're supposed to do as citizens and have our voices heard by voting. Everybody vote. Don't be ignorant to the cause. That's very important because, again, like I said, our children's future is in jeopardy. Our grandchildren's future is in jeopardy, and the future to come is in jeopardy. So also saying not voting, you basically voting for Trump. Okay. I'm just going to say it like that. If you're not voting, that's basically voting for Trump. And it doesn't make sense if you black and a working class and poor, black or brown, and you voted for Trump because it doesn't benefit you at all. He's not for you at all. He hasn't done anything for us. So it's amazing that $1,200 got y'all being ignorant. And he didn't even want the 12. He didn't even want y'all to get the $1,200. The Congress had to forge his signature for y'all to get the $1,200. So let's not be ignorant. Use your voices. Go out there and vote. You got to go out there and vote. Let's not be ignorant, okay? So that's what happened this weekend. Also, what happened this weekend? Lupe Fiasco lost his mind this weekend. Lupe Fiasco was on Spaces for damn near 5 hours. 5 hours. Speaking on hip hop. Now, some points he made some valid points, but the other one is just, we can tell, is just straight off of bitterness. He's always been bitter about his career. He always felt like he should have been in Kendrick Lamar's position, and he's always had this grudge over Kendrick Lamar. He was in Spaces just defending Drake for damn near 5 hours. Drake is not about to get you that feature, Lupe. You might as well get your skateboard and your sword and run off into the sunset. Okay? And also, what else he said? He said that what's that rapper, y'all? He's mixed too, but he like on the whiter side. He wear glasses. Logic. Yeah, he said Logic is the better rapper than Kendrick Lamar. He was just going all over the place. Like, Lupe, Drake is not gonna get you that feature. What are we doing? Like, he wants Kendrick Lamar attention so bad. Like, he's still not over that control verse. It's crazy. He's not over that at all. Like, he's not over the control verse, and he always felt like, man, like that was his style or something like that. But he was on Spaces on Twitter for 5 hours, just talking. And we're gonna pray for Lupe Fiasco, okay? Let's just everybody pray for him. Bitterness, you know, you could tell he's very bitter, but you're not getting that. Drake is not gonna put you on the album, okay? You keep defending him. He don't want you on the album at all. So that's that. And then also on pop culture news before we get into AEW, this weekend in female rap business, JT City Cinderella mixtape / album came out. I did listen to it. It's okay. Literally, like the song is literally okay.
Yeah.
It's literally okay. It was giving me Jackie O, Trina, like the Miami. I did appreciate the Dead County. The production was top notch. It's one of those mixtapes, especially if you a lady. It's one of those mixtapes that you listen to while you getting ready to go out to the bar, to the club, or wherever. Like, you about to go out with your girls or a girls' night. It's one of those type of albums, but it's not an album that me personally I would keep on repeat. I don't think I still listen to Megan album to this day right now. So Megan is probably my favorite female rap album this year. So yeah, shout out to I give her a little tens. I give her a little tens. I give her a little snap. But she do rap like she read with her finger. I don't know. She raps slow. I don't know. I feel like JC and Carisha, they do need each other. Like, City Girls need each other. Because the songs was too short and the production was too good for those mid bars that she was giving. So that's just me, but it was definitely giving Dead County though. I do appreciate the Miami sound. I love when rap is regional, when people keep that regional, what makes your region a region. So it was definitely Miami. It's definitely fun. It's definitely for the girls. You know, when you get ready and stuff like that, you can listen to a couple of tracks, but it's definitely not listened to every day. Like, I can listen to Megan album every day. I can't listen to JT mixtape every day. So that's just that. But that's all that happened this weekend as far as like pop culture, social, politics, things like that. So let's get on with the show for AEW.
Monday night, you know what that means. Yeah. You know what that means. Realist on the grab scene, queen of the enemies. All elite with Keeks. Straight out of Dallas with it, Dynamite feud, she lit it. Standing on women business, going all out. Let's get it, keep it respectful out. Don't want that brawl out, we just talking fallout. Storylines and call outs. Say what's the word, Keeks? I know y'all heard Keeks. On air with the facts, not the rumors from dirt sheets. If you's a real collider, then let's ride with her. A real live winner, we going live with her. Yeah. All elite with Keeks, yeah. All elite with Keeks. All elite with Keeks, yeah. All elite with Keeks.
Yes. So now to some wrestling. So today on AEW, All Elite with Keeks, I was about to say AEW, y'all. Blood and Guts weekend. We know this, not weekend, Wednesday. I am tripping. Blood and Guts is Wednesday. One of my favorite times of the year. Y'all know I love me some blood. I love hardcore matches. I'm a Texan. You know, we love that. I love it. This is my favorite time. I love Blood and Guts. This is Blood and Guts and Anarchy in the arena are my favorite gimmick matches. And I can't wait. I'm excited. So this Wednesday, it is Blood and Guts Team AEW versus Team Elite. The history of Blood and Guts at AEW. Now, the top one, as you can see, is part of it. Originally, we were supposed to get in around 2019. It was supposed to be Team Elite versus the Inner Circle, but that was postponed due to COVID and stuff like that. So then they used that same format for the next one, which was the Pinnacle versus the Inner Circle. And then we had BCC versus Jericho Appreciation Asian Society, or Jazz, along with Eddie Kingston and Ortiz and Santana. And then, of course, last year we had Blackpool Combat with Pac versus the Golden Elite. So Blood and Guts has always kind of cultivate what makes AEW the alternative. Of course, we know Blood and Guts comes from the idea from WCW. So, yeah. So I'm gonna give y'all my top 10 Blood and Guts moments. But before we get into that, I know people been saying that the build for this year's Blood and Guts hasn't been there, but I feel like it will deliver overall. I'm expecting to see interactions between Swerve and Adam Page. I'm expecting Darby and Jake Perry to go crazy. I'm expecting Mark Briscoe to go crazy on the Young Bucks. The Acclaim, they got to kind of make a name for themselves for this, see if they worthy, because they are probably the least favorite in this match. People didn't really want the Acclaim to be a part of this, but I feel like this will still overall deliver, especially Anthony Bowen. I feel like Anthony Bowen is really going to stand out in the Blood and Guts match. Like, he's going to make a name. He already made a name for himself, but I feel like Anthony Bowens is going to be the underdog in the Blood and Guts for this year. Every year, Blood and Guts, you always either have a Jericho. Jericho had crazy stunts and moments. The Elite always have like crazy stunts and moments. Who else is always BCC always had crazy stunts and moments. So the day one AEW wrestlers that participated in the Blood and Guts, they always stand out. Blood and Guts, in my opinion, Mr. Blood and Guts is Jericho, and also Moxley. Both of them, for some reason, they both are like the Blood and Guts Kings because they always participated in it. They was always in it, and they made it what it was. So that's the brief history on AEW Blood and Guts. It's a lot of new faces to the Blood and Guts due to the Sasha Banks or Mercedes Moné fans that has been looking at AEW on a regular now. So y'all just have to understand that it's gonna be a lot of blood. And AEW women, we love blood. It's always the men that complain. It's the men that act like bitches. It's the men that be crying all the time when it comes to this match. They always, my pussy hurt. That's the men. But the women, we be loving it. We love it. You don't see no complaints when it comes to women, when it comes to death matches with AEW. Our producer said I popped. You're the few, but it's a lot of men that just don't like it. They be like, it's too extreme. I'll be like, be a man. Be a man. Y'all supposed to be building houses and bleeding. We bleed once a month. Get over it.
And then crushing.
Real glass.
Crushing the
Go
abdomen.
cry me a river.
You heard my go? You heard my young line? All right, so we're going to get into the count. Let me put my list up. So this is my match, my freak. Blood and Guts countdown, okay? So number 10.
They've got Sanderson. Buzz going to get it. Coming up, the spike pile driver.
The spike pile driver on FTR, and that was the Pinnacle versus the Inner Circle. That's one of the original Blood and Guts. That moment, it boosts up that match. It started like because they removed like the mat and things like that, and they did the pile driver. So it turned up the momentum in that match. So that was a number 10 moment. Okay. Give y'all little snaps in the chat if you agree. If you don't match my freak on that, that's fine. Okay. All right. Number 9.
Here we go.
Give us what we want.
Wonderful.
And Claudio.
Batter the life out of each other.
Castagnoli, Jake Hager, eye to eye in the Blood and Guts cage.
We the people. Nostalgia always wins. We the people. That was a great moment for Claudio and also Jack Hager. You know, they was chanting the We the People chant and everything. And that was around the time that Claudio stepped foot in AEW. Oh my God. He talking about CM Punk came out. I had to tune into that. Salazar. But yeah, so We the People is number 9. That was a fun moment for the AEW fandom. Now let's get into number 8.
The screwdriver, he just goes right onto fork, I think.
No warming up in a bullpen.
What a maniac. Moxley coming to the ring with a fork, going right after Hangman, right after Omega. Look at he's stabbing Omega in the ear.
Just exactly what you were saying. Excalibur made for him.
And now he's biting the fingers.
He's going to bite his damn finger off. That's what I'm saying.
The body, stabbing the body of Hangman.
Hey, Moxley stabbing Adam Page and Kenny Omega. Like stabbing him with a fork. Like he just go. That was a sick moment in Blood and Guts. As the crowd was saying, "You sick fuck," they was completely correct. He was biting Kenny Omega finger, like he went crazy. Moxley goes crazy. Yes, he's so funny when he gets in that zone. It's so crazy. It's chaotic. Okay, so let's move it on. Number 7.
There's Moxley with the broken glass, and
Oh no, pile driver on the broken glass.
oh my God!
Damn.
Moxley pile driver on a broken glass minute. That was crazy. It was chaotic. It was a moment because that was one of the moments that it was just like, and that was another you sick fuck moment from Moxley and a blood and guts match. So again, if you knew, especially if you're new to AEW, all the Mercedes Moné fans, expect some stuff like that. Expect some shenanigans like that. We're gonna expect some chaotic, especially because Darby is in it. We're gonna expect some nastiness. So that was a number. What number was that on? Yeah, that was a number 7 moment for me. Let's get on to number 6.
They submitted to protect Chris Jericho. Wait, no, come on.
Hey, he's a sick little bastard. I'm telling you.
He's up.
Oh, my God! My God, what are we seeing?
If you were AEW fan, we had to fight for our lives on that spot. I know y'all remember that spot because people was talking so much shit. Talking about, well, we had to see that. The cameraman, like that was funny. If you was a day, y'all remember we was fighting for our lives. Defending that spot. Y'all remember that? I know y'all remember that because I do, because I was one of them. I know, man. But I'm telling you, when it comes to my show, I'm fair. I'm fair. But that is a number 6 spot. Even though we had to fight, we was fighting for our lives when that happened because we saw the cushion and stuff, and we weren't supposed to see that. They were supposed to do the up angle to it, and it was a miscommunication. But it's all right. It's okay. Yeah, man, that was crazy. That was when it was the Pinnacle versus again the Inner Circle, and the Pinnacle ended up winning because the Inner Circle surrendered because they saw that MJF was about to throw Jericho over just for him to throw Jericho over anyway or whatever. So that's when some trial and errors. But that was one of the trial and errors. And that was during the pandemic too. So that was when it was like a little bit just indie wrestlers that was the fans at that time. So trial and error AEW. Shout out to the day ones we've been there. All right. So we're going to get into number 5.
Listen to that reaction. Taz, you talk about Jon Moxley being a hybrid. Kota Ibushi, a man passionate about all aspects of professional wrestling, from the severe to the surreal, from the sensational to the sublime, and he is here in All Elite Wrestling.
Ibushi arrives at Blood and Guts was a number 5 moment. I do miss seeing Ibushi wrestle. I really do miss Ibushi. I know he's not physically the same as he once was as far as like the injuries and things like that. But I really do miss seeing him in the ring. It really do feel empty in New Japan without him too. So, but yeah, that was definitely a moment when he did arrive. The crowd went crazy, as you could see. That was during the BCC and Pac versus the Golden Elite Blood and Guts match. Shout out to Big Kota for real. Number 4.
And Willie, oh God, oh no! It's karma! And Moxley, his spine now perforated by the bed of nails.
You brought it. You feel it, dude.
Oh, Bushi's not done with Mox. I don't think so.
Bushi's looking like the MVP of this match so far, guys.
Salt press up to the bed of nails.
The bed of nails. I know we all remember that last year. The bed of nails was crazy. Moxley was crazy for doing that spot. Of course, Ibushi was going to do that spot. It was a perfect person to do that spot. That was like Moxley is just crazy when it comes to the blood and guts. That is gonna be missed. His craziness in the blood and guts is gonna be missed. Somebody has to take that mantle this week in blood and guts. Somebody has to be a Moxley in blood and guts. Somebody has to have that dog in them. It's crazy. If you in the chat, who you think is gonna be that dog? Gonna take that Moxley dog in this blood and guts come Wednesday? If you're in the chat. I'll give y'all like 5 minutes before we get into number 4. It's that Darby. Darby. I have a feeling it's going to be Anthony Bowens, y'all. I feel like Anthony Bowens is going to shock everybody. We are and Mark Briscoe. You know Briscoe is crazy too. I feel like it's gonna be Briscoe too, because you know he throw it off. He be spitting on cameras and stuff. Jack Darby, like yeah, Jack the pillars that matter. Mark Briscoe too, because he crazy too. All right. Let's get into number 3.
Incredible competitor standing tall.
Oh my goodness gracious me. The giant swing on top of the cage.
No, don't do this, Claudio. No, oh my God.
Oh my God! Can you believe what we're seeing? This is incredible! It's incredible!
Unbelievable.
That was crazy. And you know why it's crazy? Because Jericho was 50-something years old doing that, agreeing to do that. And that's still dangerous to do that, being on top of a steel cage and the weight that they're both are, and they're doing that anything could have happened. And I'm glad they made sure the steel cages was intact and things like that. And at first, when I first seen it, I was just like, it had me nervous. It had everybody anxious. It had everybody anxiety up. But it was a great spot. Shout out to Jericho be doing a dangerous spot. That's why I said like Jericho and Moxley are like the two. Jericho, as old as he is, he will do the crazy spots. He'll let people do crazy spots on him when it comes to blood and guts. And then Moxley will just do anything. I did too. That's why I was scared. Like that was around the time that before all of that crap, and I was still on my, you can't say nothing wrong about Jericho. And I was just nervous, and I was on here saying that move had to be banned from wrestling. Like I wasn't playing. I was just like, I wasn't having it. I was not having it. I was not having it. All right. So before we get into our top 2, I want to know, who do you think is going to pin who this Wednesday in the blood and guts match? Like who will get the pin and who will be the one to deliver the pin? Who do y'all think is going to be the one? Come on, chat. That's a good theory. That's a good theory. That is a good theory. That's a good theory. I could possibly see the champion pinning. I don't think Swerve is going to get hung. I think Swerve is going to hang Hangman again. Or plot twist. Something's going to happen, like a surprise going to happen in this match it's going to be different because they know the speculation and they know that fans are not really behind this. So then they're going to do something to kind of win us over. You know, Tony Khan always make it up to us when we're upset. Y'all already know he spoils us in a way. It's a lot of possibilities that could happen. But I feel like Anthony Bowens, I feel like Anthony Bowens is going to be the one to do the pin on somebody. Something is telling me Anthony Bowens. Wednesday is going to be Anthony Bowens night for some reason. I don't know why. It's in my spirit for some reason, but I feel like it's going to be Anthony Bowens night on Wednesday. He's going to show out. The best open gay wrestler of all time. I'm telling you. For some reason, I just feel like it's going to be him. I'm not worried about the rapper. I just feel like Wednesday is Anthony Bowens night. He is the underdog in all of this. And I want that for him. I really do. I really want that for Anthony Bowens. I don't dislike the Acclaim. I really love Anthony Bowens. Because I really want a solo run with him. Anyway, I want him in the Continental Classic. Everybody, like all AEW fans, we are really right. Like, we don't dislike the Acclaim. We can't stand who he's partnered with right now. So we're pro Anthony Bowens. So I just feel something is telling me this is Anthony Bowens. Like, they are going to shine it on him for some reason. Like, something is telling me, like, they want him to have a moment. Max Caster is very lackluster, but I feel like for some reason, something is telling me that Anthony Bowens is the underdog in this Blood and Guts. Now, show number 2.
And Yuta's face ground into it. Jon Moxley handcuffed to the ropes. Wheeler Yuta.
He's being choked out. He's being choked out.
Wheeler Yuta is going to sleep, and that is it. The Golden Elite have won.
Hangman, hanging, choking, Yuta. Wheeler is number 2. Hangman is our main character in AEW. And that moment when that happened, we knew why they did that. We knew that was making up for that bullshit that was happening with Yo Boy. That was around the time that, Hangman was getting his swagger back. And it was a perfect spot. It was chaotic. They had Moxley handcuffed to the rope. Claudio couldn't do nothing. Pac walked out on them. Takashika and also Don Callis took him out of the match because it was getting chaotic. So the things that they had planned, it didn't happen. And the Golden Elite ended up winning, and Hangman did what he did best. A man. Yeah, Mox had to throw in the towel on that one. Because there wasn't nothing he could do. He was handcuffed to the rope. I know y'all remember. He was handcuffed to the rope. He couldn't do nothing. Claudio couldn't do nothing. Pac was gone because Pac and Claudio had that. Pac thought, Pac wasn't feeling Claudio. And they had that whole, tussle. And Pac said, F you, and Jermaine, you in grown folks' business. You are in grown folks' business. Grown folks' business. I'm probably the only Punk fan who you are. You literally like the only one. Like the rest of the Punk fans, they hate Hangman Page because Hangman spoke facts. You know what's crazy to me? And I say this all the time. If CM Punk really had a problem with Hangman Page said, and it's like Hangman Page said on his Instagram story, I was literally right here, bro. If you had a problem with what I said, you could have spoke to me about it. But CM Punk is like a lot of people. You know how them people, they pick and choose on. CM Punk is like Jay Prince. They pick and choose on who to say what to. CM Punk say shit to people that he feel like is scary. That's why it was easier to go against the Elite. Because he felt like Kenny and Young Bucks they ain't gonna do shit. But he didn't apply that energy to Hangman Page because Hangman Page probably would have beat his ass. Don't play with me. That's like Jay Prince. Jay Prince didn't say nothing to Whack 100. He ain't say nothing to Kendrick Lamar. But you got a lot to say. You got a lot to say to other people. I'm gonna tell y'all something. He don't run nothing in Dallas, so I can say something. You know why? Because we got a rapper named Big Tuck, and if you're from Texas, you know who Big Tuck is. And it was an incident that happened like a few years ago because my daddy was there. Rest in peace to him. Big Tuck told him, we got niggas with guns too. That doesn't mean nothing to us. You scared niggas in Houston. You don't scare niggas in Dallas. It ain't been shit since. That's why Charleston White said what he said, and he was right. Like, that shit doesn't do nothing out here in Dallas. It don't mean nothing out here. That shit is only in Houston alone. That shit is not in Dallas. You can't come to Dallas up here with that. Oak Cliff and South Dallas dudes that don't mean nothing to them. Check in. Who is you? I stand behind Mace on what he said. Mace was absolutely right. Because Jay Prince is damn near 60. You're a grandparent. You're too old to be doing that. Okay? Look at him. With a bow tie on. That's why Drake acting like that. And then Jay Prince Jr., don't get me started on him. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't trying to go off topic, but it has to be said, like, just because you harm women and young people don't mean that people are scared of you. Because all you do is harm women and young people. I respect the NBA young boy. Like, bro, you old. What the fuck? That's what I'm saying. That's my thing with CM Punk. I'm just like, bro, you pick and choose on who to address. Hangman Page basically said, like, if you had a problem, you could have came to me about it. If you had a problem with what I said, you could have came to me about it. Me and Adam Page is the same age. So I was just like, that's 90s babies all day. We don't give a fuck. If you had a problem with what I said, you could have came to me. And that's basically what he said on his story. He was just like, you came at my friends and they ain't had nothing to do with it, but you didn't want to come to me. So you decided to come at my friends and I'm supposed to respect you. That's why I knew Adam Page would have beat his ass. I'm like, he just like me for real. He just like me. So, yeah. If you old and you act like a Jay Prince, nobody's going to respect you, bro. At some point, like, the stuff that you did, like, the thing with Jay Prince, it's crazy because the stuff that he did, he didn't really do. His brother did that. And that shit was way in the 70s. Like, nobody don't care what you did in the 70s and early 80s. Nobody care about that. It's long gone. It's like, how, like 40-something years? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like, bro, you okay? So? I'm sorry, because Salazar was in the chat and he is CM Punk fan, so I just had to. But that was basically what that was for. That's why they gave him that Adam Page pin. I don't want to go off topic, but that's why Adam Page had to say that pin, because it was basically like getting him back afloat because of that bullshit that happened. When she could have just told him in his face. I heard something else happen though with CM Punk and Seth Rollins. I don't know if that's true or not, or is that, I don't know. I really don't know. Salazar, do you know what's going on between the whole CM Punk and Seth Rollins thing? I don't know if that's true, or I don't know what's going on. But they said something else happened. You know what it is? CM Punk, maybe he needs to do drugs. I don't know. He needs to smoke some weed or something. He needs some type of substance, because being sober is not working in his favor. You know how, like, sobriety will like, Moxley is at peace. But CM Punk is like, he's getting worse. Maybe you need a joint.
I need some love.
Oh!
Now he getting that because he be around them NXT girls a lot, so he probably getting that. That ain't the issue. Cause CM Punk. Now look, me not liking CM Punk, he ain't ugly. He not ugly. So I already know he getting that. That's not the problem. The problem, he needs to chill. He in his head too much. He in his head. He stays in his head too much. That's what it is, and he needs to get high or something. I don't know, but he needs to relax. Nobody against you. Yeah, CM Punk is not ugly. I would never say that. I will never. Like, he's a handsome guy. Like, he's fine. I would give him that, but he needs the weed. He ain't messing with shit. You can't. All them wrestlers be cheating. You can't fool me. Yes, he is. I ain't stupid. The men. Somebody throwing it back. Somebody. He in NXT. I mean, I ain't say WWE women because that's subjective. Because they got some dudes over there. But the NXT got some bad bitches. Shawn Michaels picked out some bad bees over there. And they around some bad bees. And they gotta travel. He Roxanne and what's her name? CM Punk is having fun. He just needs some weed. That's all. He needs to relax. Cora J. Yeah, Roxanne and Cora J. I saw a backstage segment for WrestleMania. Royal Rumble. Jade Cargill jumped on him. She jumped on him. She said, hey, and jumped on him, legs wrapped around his waist. CM Punk be doing training with some of them NXT girls. I mean, I don't blame him though. I don't blame him. But he needs some weed. He needs something to relax. Jay probably been let Ricky Starks go. That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, she hugged. Her husband can't do. Her husband got to sit up there and watch the daughter. Like, listen. They posted all the couples at NXT. All them people that was couples at NXT, they was with somebody before they got into NXT. Like, my girl, she was engaged, and now she with Trick. That's what I'm saying. Like, wrestlers be cheating all the time, bro. I ain't trying to be messy, but it's somebody in AEW. They be taking pictures together. They be with each other. I ain't gonna say no names, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's going on. Y'all know? It would surprise me. You know what I'm saying? Wrestlers be cheating all the time. Especially around Mania season. Salazar, you know because you laughed at, I tweeted it. Remember when I had said the notice? He was at her party.
Where you at? Oh, you got plans. Don't say that. I'm sipping wine in a robe.
He was at her party.
Look too good to be alone. My house clean, my pool warm. Just shake smooth like a newborn. We should be dancing, romancing in the east wing and the west wing of this mansion. What's happening? I ain't playing no games. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So if you're trying to lay in these arms, I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open, girl. I'ma leave the door open.
Punk was community. He was. Him and John Cena. They was him and John Cena. Especially John Cena, because Mickey James was going crazy. He told Vince McMahon she gotta go because she doing too much. John Cena and CM Punk was just running through him. Batista. John Cena, CM Punk. Melina. Trish Stratus, that's my girl. I mean, Trish Stratus, period. I mean, she's a bad bee, of course. Yeah, they be cheating. I mean, they travel together all the time. They don't get to go home and stuff like that. It was a lot of cheating going on. It's a lot of cheating. It's a lot of creeping. I don't blame Bianca Belair. Like, if I'm gonna be at SmackDown, Montez is gonna be in SmackDown. I don't blame her. Montez is fine. Bianca Belair is fine. Now, Becky and Seth, I don't think nobody wants Becky, but Seth Rollins, I understand. He's not a bad-looking guy, but he's not CM Punk fine. He's okay. Becky, she sounds like Thor, so I don't see it. But them NXT girls, NXT and AEW women, NXT and AEW, them two got bad bitches. Okay? Them two, like, it's some beautiful people at NXT and AEW. Them two, I understand why you gotta watch. You gotta watch. Because there's some beautiful people over there. We saw what Sammy did. We saw the man propose to that girl in front of us just to be messing with his baby mama / wife, current one. We saw it. We saw it in real time. You got to be careful. You got to be careful in wrestling. If you're a wrestler, indie wrestlers be cheating too. They do, okay? Wrestlers be cheating. I'm going to just say it. They be cheating. They be out here cheating. Sky Blue was with somebody, and then Kyle Fletcher came in and swoop. Took something. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, these wrestlers they be out here moving. They be out here moving, okay? All right, so the one I'm going to give you now, this is definitely one of the moments that took blood and guts, that made people love him even more. We already loved him, but we loved him even more with this happening. This is something that he needed to do because of the stuff that happened backstage and stuff like that. So Tony owed him one on this one. When this happened, it was a highlight. One of a highlight to his career. And we all love him truly. And we miss him. Number one.
Intentions, violent intentions. Eddie, don't do this, Eddie. Eddie, don't do it, Eddie, no!
Play it one more time.
Intentions, violent intentions. Eddie, don't do this, Eddie. Eddie, don't do it, Eddie, no!
Eddie Kingston throwing Sammy Guevara over the top into the announcement table. Number one. Because Sammy Guevara is annoying and I loved it. And I definitely miss Eddie Guerrero. I'm about to say Eddie Guerrero. I do miss Eddie Guerrero too. Eddie Kingston is definitely missed in AEW. You can tell he's missed in AEW. That moment though, it meant a lot because prior to that, that's when the situation happened, and like I guess Eddie Kingston and Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara is immature. That was the moment it kind of built up towards the story for Eddie and also Claudio, because they both was kind of doing something to fight over Jericho and things like that, and him throwing Sammy over the top in front of, that was a holy shit moment. And then of course, BCC and Eddie and Ortiz and Santana end up winning that Blood and Guts match that year. Definitely great moment. It was a highlight. But yeah, that was my number one. That was my freak moment for Blood and Guts. This was my top 10 Blood and Guts moments so far in AEW. AEW is a 5-year company. Blood and Guts is again a great gimmick pay-per-view that they have adapted to from WCW, ECW onto AEW. They made it their own. They tell stories in the Blood and Guts while also being true to what Blood and Guts mean, which is very violent, very hardcore, and monumental in a bunch of spots, memorable spots. It's a lot of memorable spots in Blood and Guts at AEW, but this was my top 10. So I hope you guys enjoy it. This Wednesday, it is AEW Blood and Guts' Team AEW versus the Team Elite. It was not the difference between all the Blood and Guts to this one. Blood and Guts usually have a great build to it. They have always done a great job. This year has been very kind of lackluster due to injuries, due to last minute things, and so forth and so on. But I don't doubt that the actual Blood and Guts match won't deliver. I feel like it will deliver. It will give us what we need because, Tony Khan has a way of when the fans are disappointed in something, he always makes it up for us. He's done it for 5 years. He does listen to us, but he also has to go into business mode and also has to do what's best also to maintain that AEW is still on the networks and things like that. So that's why I haven't complained too much about it because I know that the match will deliver itself. I do trust them. So Wednesday, we're just going to have to tune in. We're just going to have to watch, and we're just going to have to see what's happening. Women's business, we know it's going to be Britt Baker versus Sheeta. What else is happening in Blood and Guts? I didn't get to upload the card. Yeah. So, yeah, Team Elite versus Team AEW is happening Wednesday, Blood and Guts. We're going to tune in. I'm eager to see what's going to happen. Everybody just have fun watching it. Let's just have fun watching it. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. Just let's have fun like we always did with each Blood and Guts. The pattern, and I'm noticing on AEW fans, it's not really the day ones, but like I said last week, y'all acting a little bit brattish and entitled. Like, just relax and just enjoy it. We used to just enjoy it. That's why we used to be the fun side. Y'all not even the fun side no more because y'all just want y'all narratives and y'all predictions and all of that to be, just enjoy it for what it is. It's going to be fun. I still trust it. Even though the build wasn't great, I do trust the match. I know it's going to give what it's giving. It's going to give. The match was horrible. What match was horrible last week? What match was horrible? I enjoyed. Oh, don't get me started on that. I was on Lyrics show talking about that. On the body slam shit. I was talking about it wasn't bad. It's just it didn't need to be 60 minutes. I always say MJF is good when he's at least 15 to 20-minute matches. Nothing past that. Because if it's past that, as you see, he needs the fucking oxygen. He needed the oxygen. Like, I can't do a 60-minute MJF match. I can do a 15 to 20 minutes, but I cannot do no 60. He's not a 60-minute wrestler. But the demo was there. I know it's because it was because of Will Ospreay, but still, the demo was there, so he's going to get credit for it. I don't know why he won the belt, but I'm going to just let it ride. I don't know. But yeah, so before we get out of here, this Wednesday, Dynamite Blood and Guts. Again, Team AEW versus Team Elite. Make sure you tune in 8 Eastern Time, 7 Central Time on TBS. Also, make sure you tune in to Rampage. Make sure you tune in to Collision because we are in All In. We're building up to All In. AEW is building up to All In. So make sure you watch. I'm going to do my very best to keep up with things so that way. Again, this show is different. I'm doing a different format on this show. The show is to help you understand what's going on as far as the story. Because I know a lot of people are not able to grasp in-ring storytelling. So I am. So I'm helping so you can understand what's going on for the pay-per-views and the stories to lead on. Next Monday, there is no All Elite with Keeks due to my producer is going to be out. So I don't work without my producer. You know, I need him. So he won't be here. I won't be here. So no show next week. I will be back the week after. Okay. And then all y'all in Dallas, I will try to make the August 10th show on Collision that's out here in Arlington. I will keep y'all updated on that. All In is coming up, so AEW is slowly building to All In. I did see that that WrestleTix posted that they sold like 49,000 so far and such numbers. They have a capacity of 50K due to the Taylor Swift concert that's happening before. So they selling it's only been 2 cards announced so far, which is Toni Storm versus Mariah May and Swerve versus Bryan Danielson. And they still able to sell as much as they sold. So they're going to end up selling at 50K. So we'll get the rest of the card. Of course, they're building to the rest of the card. I feel like Blood and Guts will be the pivot point to stories going forward to All In. But so far, we got those 2 cards that's official. Absolutely not, Salazar. I'm sorry. I'm not trying. Like they're gonna co-main event. They're not gonna main event. Page. They're not gonna co-event. They're gonna co-event, but they're not gonna main event. Women's main event pay-per-view is gonna be another pay-per-view, but it's not gonna be All In. I'm sorry, like All In. And it's not to say that they're not capable of, but no. They already said that the main event of All In is going to be Swerve and Danielson. So that's already stamped. They're going to be probably main event, but not main event that card. Even though Toni and Mariah is the best story so far to get to All In, it's one of the best stories that AEW has done as far as the women's division too. But they're not going to main event. And I feel it will know when the perfect time for, because Tony Khan has talked about it for because I'm trying to figure out who asked him that question, because they did ask him that question as a press of a possible women's main event for a pay-per-view, and he has thought about it. It just has to, the match has to sell tickets. Y'all have to understand that, like, it has to sell. It's one thing for us to be. That's why I constantly bully, and I constantly just be like, we got to keep that momentum, and we've been doing a great job. Everybody has been doing a great job supporting women's business in AEW. We got to keep that momentum going. Okay, we got to keep it there, because we want a women's business blood and guts match. We really do, and Tony Khan knows that we do. Willow is definitely one of the ones. But we definitely do want a women's blood and guts. So AEW fans, do a great, keep up the good work supporting women's business. Keep it going. We have to keep the momentum going, because we do eventually want them to pay-per-view. We want our women's blood and goods and all of that. AEW women's business has been running 2024. They don't want to admit it. I am. If Willow is not number one in PWI list, we already know what's up. But when it comes to that PWI list, Willow Nightingale should be number one. Nobody else. But they're going to fuck around and put Rhea Ripley as number one. They're going to put her number one. Or probably Jordan as yeast infection ass. But anyways, that's it for tonight. That's it for tonight. Make sure y'all tune in to Dynamite this weekend. Again, there is no. Oh yeah, I went viral again. I said Paige dressed like a 50-year-old black man, because she be wearing them two-piece. If you black, y'all know how our uncles and our daddies be wearing them two-piece on cruises and shit like that. And she quoted my tweet and said, someone said, Uncle Ty, Twitter's unreal. And I let her know that I do love her. So it was funny. I love Paige. Mm-hmm. My daughter right here, y'all. Hey. Look what she got on, y'all. She do dress like a 50-year-old black man. Exactly. She always wear two-piece. Like, she wear them. Y'all know them black, like, y'all know, because y'all be on them cruises. Y'all be on y'all be on them trips, and y'all wear them two pieces. I know, because I got uncles too. They be wearing them two pieces too. One currently got on one. And she do dress like one. It was a compliment though. So I be going viral for stupid shit. Like, the stuff that I be wanting to go viral for, I don't. Like the sexy red shit. But look, y'all see, that's why I ain't taking it down, because she had to cancel her tour. I be right. You can't get mad at me because I'm right. She had to cancel her tour though. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, you a plant, bitch. I said what I said. But anywho, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, next Monday, I won't be on because I don't mind. Okay, y'all. Next Monday, I won't be on because my producer will be out. So no show next Monday. Y'all can watch Raw in peace. Make sure y'all tune in to Blood and Guts this Wednesday. And of course, I will be watching AEW too, because it is all in weekend. I mean, not weekend, but it is all in season. And I will be paying attention to, and also I want to brag on myself a little bit. So today at my job, I did receive my medal today, and I'm very proud. I'm very honored to serve the state of Texas. And I want to truly thank, first and foremost, God for protecting me, blessing me, and keeping my patience, keeping me in discernment. Also, I want to thank my family, my friends. I got to thank Davis for always keeping me, keeping me on a straight and narrow, because I am a brat sometimes, and he lets me just be a brat, and he gets on my case if it need be. So I'm really truly honored today. Today, it kind of made me happy today that I was received at my career today. So yeah, so they gave me my medal and stuff. So it's in my office and stuff like that. So, and I gotta definitely thank my kids too. Thank my kids, because my kids are definitely my motivation on why I do what I do. So, yes. So, yeah, today was definitely, they shocked me with it. They came in my office and stuff like that. I'm just like, what is going on? And they came and gave me that and stuff like that. So, I'm truly honored to serve the great citizens of Texas. And,
am I going to do the... Okay.
Yeah, so thank you so much. I'm still surreal to it and stuff like that, but I do my job. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy serving the community.
It was good.
And helping those, and gotta protect those if needs be, and stuff like that. So thank you. So today was a great day. So thank you guys today for tuning in to my top 10 blood and guts moments. Make sure you subscribe to Public Enemies podcast. They will be covering everything as far as WWE. I'm sure they're going to be covering what happened in TNA, and everywhere else, every big news. I'm hearing something in regards to Bobby Lashley, MVP, possibly not being in WWE anymore. I don't know what that's about, so make sure you tune in to them on Thursday live. They're going to be talking about it. I'm still trying to get the real vibe. Yeah, I'm still trying to get the vibe of it. I don't know. So, thank you guys for tuning in, and hit my getaway music.
First of all, there's no such thing as white-collar crime. And there's definitely no such thing as black-on-black crime. Crime is crime. Let me explain something to you. I don't care if you have a white collar or a tank top. If you rob me, I'm going to whoop your ass.
Bye.